like, even if you don't have a question, let's just respond to Dwayne and start to see like, and look through the eyes of your own goals and your own businesses, because of course, that's ultimately the point, this kind of mutual success. So I'd love to hear what you guys see along with your questions. Let's just talk about it for a moment. And I'll just say one more thing before you do that. Maybe I'll need to start to retract this, and a lot of times when I'm explaining Lightyear to people, I'll say, oh, it's like LinkedIn, except instead of talking about who you've been, you have a profile where you share who you're becoming. So who knows, maybe we'll end up having a really profound relationship with them over time.
Two things. Dwayne, would you mind stopping your screen share so we can all come back together? And then the second thing is, looks like Michelle has a question in the chat. So Dwayne, if you want to look at that there, the question is, go ahead.
Yes, okay, here. So, okay, so I've been on since you posted. I'm learning. I feel like I don't know what I'm doing there yet. I would love a few best practices. Who to make connections with to improve the app or the web? Lots of great questions, Michelle. So I say I prefer whatever I'm on at the moment. Then the app is a little bit more simple and intuitive. However, if I'm watching a video or I'm just wanting to do some research, sometimes I just prefer my big screen. They're both great. There's some animations and some little shout outs and kudos and things that you can only do on the app. You can't do on a mobile browser. So they build in some functionality there. They will actually start to make recommendations of people to follow based upon people in your connections and organizations that you partner with and likes that you make as well, just like many of the other social networks. Some best practices. Yeah, for sure. I can probably collate a few and send those out if that would be helpful. It might be a little too much to talk to right now, but there are specific things that you do have to consider. We haven't been able to just do it like an Instagram copy and paste to LinkedIn, because it is a slightly different audience, a slightly different intention behind it. We can share some information about how to generate a strong algorithm and how to get posts, kind of the do's and don'ts about getting posts recognized and promoted. If something like that would be helpful, we can take a look at creating something like that. Would that be helpful, Michelle? Just maybe like our top 10 tips for posting and connecting on LinkedIn. All right, let's see what we can do there. What else? Let's see. Just got a LinkedIn message right now. Yeah, you can, Michelle. I do have some articles I can share out, and maybe together we can create that. It can be a good discovery for you and can support it as well. That'd be great. Yes, Daniel McCall, please start your profile. I tried to tag you last week in your beautiful quotes, and I just couldn't do it. I was able to tag Nancy. I'm just saying.
Well, I'm on there now. I don't know if it's public or not yet. I'll comment though. I am enrolled in this too, because I always thought LinkedIn was just not for me, because I don't have a super traditional education path. I didn't really have a traditional career path, and that's just kind of what it seemed like for me. And after seeing your presentation and maybe looking for a better platform to social media-ize my life on, LinkedIn actually seems like kind of fun now. So I have my thing started, and I follow Lightyear, and I just sent Michelle a connect request, and she just accepted. So it's working right now. It's working.
Beautiful, just beautiful. And I would also say, I think there's maybe a feeling that we have to disclose our entire work history, or we have to like list every job that we've had since our first job at age 16. It can really, it can be as curated as any other social media platform. You can list your a coach and nothing else. You don't even have to have a picture if you don't want to. Of course, I think the more personal touch you make, of course, the stronger. And it can be what you want it to be. Yeah. Casey, did I get all the questions?
You did. Something I wanted to share that was really fun is, Dwayne, when you posted Suzanne's video about what is integrated leadership, I was able to share that with a friend who was asking about Lightyear, because she's on LinkedIn. We were previous colleagues. And so rather than, give my elevator pitch, I was like, oh, you can listen about integrated leadership right from my founder. And I was able to enroll her in my practicum for level 2, like simply through sharing a video on LinkedIn. It was like the easiest enrollment I've ever had. So it's a really great tool in the same way that like you can use all kinds of other things as tools. It's one that is really approachable for people that I've found that it's one that's really approachable for people that I've worked with in the past, because we're all connected through LinkedIn because of previous jobs. So that's what I have.
Yeah. Oh, awesome. That's such great news. Yeah, those videos, first of all, they look amazing. They are so well filmed. Suzanne, you're just like radiating and stunning in those videos. And it's like the simple introduction. So we're not kind of giving away like the meat and potatoes, but we're able to kind of just do a nice introduction. It has a really warm tone. I just think that there's another one that we want to add for. I think it's personal legacy. Yeah, we'll add that second one as well. Just the first one. Yeah, cool.
I mean, that's really cool, Casey, that helped you with your practicum. And Dwayne, what you're saying also, so I'm like looking at Anne, for instance, and Jenna, other folks that are in level 2, they could place their practicum as an event on LinkedIn so that they could be inviting people to that.
Yeah, there's and Michelle, that's something we can include in our top 10 tips. There's a way to create events that this is actually was new for me in this as I was doing this project. There's really great ways to actually create professional events on LinkedIn and have them streamed. And if you want, there's even a paid tier to have them a little bit more promoted and hosted in a different capacity if you have a certain, I think, number of people. But yeah.
I think that's great. And then I'm looking at other folks here on the line, and also visualizing people that are certified coaches and will be listening to the call. So people that might be like Jenna when she has her next offering, that could also be posted on LinkedIn. In addition, obviously, she does a great job of putting all that stuff on Instagram. But then, like Instagram, could Jenna and I do a live conversation about how Lightyear helps people in business and how she combines it with yoga or something like that? Is it similar to an Insta Live?
That's a great question. I don't know if two users can share simultaneously like you can on LinkedIn. Sorry, on Instagram. I don't know.
Okay.
Okay. Yeah, but I do know you can stream a live event, so you can at least one user can speak directly.
Okay, cool.
I'd love to add something too. Thank you for this. I was right before this call, I was actually really frustrated with Instagram because I'm finding that they're blocking or limiting how much exposure my posts are getting. And so this is opening up a whole nother way to be able to reach other people, and especially people that are already interested in business and personal development. So thank you. It's sparking a lot in me for possibility of how to keep sharing what I'm doing. And I just launched something literally right before this call. So like my next program. So I'm looking for ways to be able to promote it. So thank you.
You're very welcome. Yeah, I know what that means. Like sometimes it feels like the more we're involved on Instagram, it feels like it's like less in our control or something. It's just kind of like it can feel like it's being offered up. And something I learned, maybe I can share one quick tip, and this was from a content creator here, is that the more we link to external sources on on a site, the more it lowers our ranking in an algorithm. And I was like, why? And they said, well, they want people to stay on the site. So if you're linking to, so Casey, it's one of the reasons I uploaded the videos directly to LinkedIn as opposed to connecting them to YouTube. So the more we keep people on within LinkedIn and moving within it, as opposed to going always back to Lightyear, the higher apparently our algorithm can be impacted. That was her advice.
Oh, I see. So LinkedIn wants you to stay on LinkedIn when you're there.
Yeah, what she shared is that there when you're there, there's advertising content and there's stuff that's kind of surrounding your profile and some things that that they benefit. So they give a higher priority to things that stay within the page.
Okay.
Yeah.
So Dwayne, could you just you don't have to go back there, but could you just read the items on the slide that are for people, the certified coaches that are here, the things that I just want to see if you guys have any questions about that, because I know that none of you are employees. And the idea is that they don't have the word, certified coach yet. That'll probably come. They don't have like affiliate. They don't have some other noun for that. But the reason that seemed really exciting to me when Dwayne first mentioned this idea, and so I wouldn't, I'm a stickler for language. I don't want to be out of integrity with language. So it's really more like partners, affiliates. I'm curious how people feel about that and what they see, and if they'd be interested and want to do that, because what it does is it just has us actually show up as what we are. Like a lot of people, like right now, people don't really realize how many people are involved in Lightyear. There's no way to know that from what we look at. It just looks like something smaller than it actually is. So I'm just curious what people feel and see about that. And yeah.
Robin raised her hand.
Oh, Robin,
Yeah.
hi.
While we've been on here, I've gone and done it because I actually think it's having it show it's not just about your employer is more than just that hierarchy of who pays you. It's the community that you're a part of, right? So City of Calgary shows as where I work, but what that says about me is more about the community that I'm a part of in a role. And so I like it. It shows something about what I'm a part of versus just like a tick box or a credential or letters after my name.
Wow.
And I found in the drop down menu, you can choose, like, I didn't put any of them, but some of those are starting to show up as like freelance, intern, like different things that aren't just like employer, employee.
Good. Okay.
Yeah.
Okay, that's so awesome. Thanks, Robin. And then Dwayne and Robin, would people be able to then see, oh, there's Robin and she's in Canada, and then they'd be able to go find her and talk with her?
Yeah, typically under a person's name, it has their city where they're at. So, you could say, I say Berlin metropolitan area. I think it's the choice in their mind. So people, if they were looking for someone in Berlin, could definitely reach out. You could also list, where you, if you have an office, if you have, a space, if you do things virtually, you can also list that in the About Me section or in the role description, as well under the Lightyear Coach listing. And Robin, I was also thinking, like similar to you, I was thinking, I know part of the Lightyear legacy is actually like change the nature of the relationship of employer and employee. And so I think this is one way where we kind of leverage the tool to in that way to kind of reinvent it, even if we're working creativity within constraint. It makes me think of my Pecha that I have.
That's all tonight. Pecha are coming. Okay, thanks, Dwayne, and thanks, Robin. Yeah, Casey, tell me what you see.
Yeah, what I really like about the employer category is that it shows up on your LinkedIn as experience. So it doesn't say like previous work history, it says experience. And so under that, it'll say, you know, certified light year coach, and then it'll have the amount of time since you were
Oh.
certified. So that's kind of cool too, because it doesn't say employer on LinkedIn. It only says employees. If I'm correct, Dwayne, it's like it has the experience and then it has Lightyear leadership, but it doesn't say like Lightyear's my employer, if I remember correctly.
It would say it does when you're signing up. It doesn't show the world that you could have the option to list it as your current employer, like under the hood, as you're creating
Right.
the.
Right. And when someone looks at my page, it doesn't say like explicitly say employer, it has it under experience, which I like that word. I think that's great.
And it has the date, like for example, September 2020 to present, it would say if you're
Right.
just,
Cool.
Okay, that's really helpful for me to hear that from you all. Is there anything else anyone wanted to say before I ask another question? Okay, so with the solicit 5 volunteers for a day in the life video highlight, Dwayne, could you tell folks what that would involve so that they know, so that when I ask them, we all know what I'd be asking them to do? What does that look and feel and smell like and taste like? And yeah.
Sure. What we would do with that is we'd want 5 people. We'd want to probably create something of a diverse representation of who Lightyear is impacting. And what we do is we'd create a Dropbox, for example, where a person could upload photos, content, anything they would feel comfortable sharing. Let's say over a time period, let's say the past year, when we finalize that brief. And what I would do is I would take all that and mesh it into a musical montage, sort of showing a chronological history of the year while people are about life. And it can be really candid moments. It can be blurry photos. It can be whatever. It should feel authentic and real. But it's really connecting. Just creating a sense of a real authentic person chasing dreams, living life, and crushing goals, and just being part of our community, and showing that anyone can be a part of it. Goals don't have to all be climbing Mount Everest. They could be getting through the morning with 2 kids and a dog, and then off to your. It can be super real and authentic.
So the people don't have to be certified coaches. It's like the day in the life of a Lightyear explorer, or it could be a coach, or it could be different kinds of people.
Yeah, in my mind, I thought it would be a great way to feature coaches. It could be new members to our community. In this particular scenario,
It's coaches.
Thank you. I thought about highlighting coaches.
Okay, great. That helps me have that clearer picture. So maybe there's some images of them coaching somebody, and whether that's sitting across the table or on Zoom. Okay, that helps me see it. And have you posted the welcome video on the LinkedIn site?
Someone, I think maybe Amalia did when I reposted it. When I announced that I was going through Lightyear coach training, she reposted it there. I'll upload it in one of the future postings here, so that it actually links to the site, but it is there from a repost from something that I posted from my page.
Okay, great. Let's see.
And what I would maybe also highlight too is if you love creating content. I know you all create some really amazing content because I follow most of you on social media, and if you would like to have that featured or repurposed, my request is by August 31st, reach out. So you can send it to my my current Lightyear email, dwayne@lightyear.co. Let me know that you would like to be a part of that cadence. And what we could do is like I post here, it could be a post, it could be you know, a short article, it can be an image that you've captured with you know, some copy on it. It can be, if you're interested in creating a short light minute on a principle that you love, or something that showed up for you, we can create a you know, a really robust content cadence, and also you know, link it back to your pages as well, to support in that way as well. But you know, we're creating stuff here in the background for Lightyear, and I think there's plenty of space to mix in some of the great stuff that other coaches have as well, especially if you're listed as part of this organization on this page. I think it makes great sense.
So Dwayne, I know that Mallory and Nancy have done that. I don't know if you two still have the raw light minutes that we put on Instagram. But what I found about Dwayne's project, you all, is that stuff that I've thought of as older, it's like feels totally brand new on LinkedIn because nobody's seen it there. So that's a thought. Okay, and then just in closing, I'd like to ask all of you to tell me, who are two people from your cohort that you wish would have been on this call, that you want to tell them, hey, really watch the recording so you can see Dwayne's presentation and figure this out. So like, who would two of those people be? And it's great if it's three. Yeah, just popcorn them out before we land the call.
I'll tell Kaylee and Maria and Sarah Charlton and Lauren Burke.
Oh,
My
good.
Pod 6.
Your pod, right? Your pod.
We text each other every day, so I'll text
Okay,
them.
Jenna, and yeah, tell them to start watching at the video time when Dwayne starts talking.
Okay.
Okay. All right. Who else?
We got Michelle sharing Liana, Sarah Lemansky. Yes, Sarah Lemansky. Come on. Becky B.
Yeah. Okay, great. And Amy Dubinsky and Alicia Wolf. Yeah. Right. Okay, cool. Cool. Well, I think making, you know, specific requests like that for people to watch so that they really know, I think that's going to make a big difference. Because we all need a nudge, Dwayne. Thank you, Chief Nudger.
And happy to nudge. Thank you for letting me nudge. And Casey, maybe what I can also do is send out maybe this key date slide, and maybe we could just send it out maybe with a request to also maybe watch the video as well, and that way you already got it.
Yeah, we can post it in the channel, Dwayne, whenever you're ready. Send it my way.
Wunderbar.
Wow. Well, thank you all for your time, and Dwayne, so much for your focus on this, like your laser focus. And I'd like to just land the call by letting somebody appreciate Dwayne with something specific that they learned and experienced today. So who'd like to do that? Good practice.
Dwayne, am I coming in okay?
Yes.
Okay, great. Dwayne, thank you for coming up with this, encouraging Lightyear to do this. Thank you for coming on this call, taking your time, and putting together a presentation that worked for both creatives and analytics. So we have the data, we know what we're getting at, we have fun ideas, how it can be fun. And so I felt like all of that mixed together create an experience where I'm excited to be a part of this, and I'm interested in working with you to create some best practices so I can learn the platform and share it with others. So thank you so much.
Thank you, Michelle. Thank you.
Oh, that was so great. Thanks, you guys. I'm just coming on video. Thank you all so much. I'm saying hi to everybody that's watching the recording. Thank you everyone for being here in presence, and we'll see you in September. We'll go over the harvest. Okay. Take care, you all. Bye-bye.
Bye, everyone.
Thank you.
Thank you.
Thanks, Nancy and Jenna and Dwayne,
Bye.
and Daniel and Michelle.